Undefeated German boxer, Musa Yamak.
You guys know?
Oh, I know him.
Sounds like he trains with Habib, #1.
Oh, I thought you were serious. I was like,
he just died during a match.
I thought you said he was undefeated. Oh. You got defeated in the worst way.
his first KO
That was a bad joke.
was a DIE.
Oh, dang, dude. You weren't joking.
How do you,
No
think, how do you think he died? How do you think he died in the match?
Probably hit the back of his head on
I think
something.
he's 8-0.
I don't know if it's because I saw a movie, but he maybe fell and his head hit the stool.
Wait, didn't we do another one about a guy dying from like MMA or no boxing?
Yeah, from like 2 weeks.
I guess a lot of guys die from boxing.
A lot of guys recently have been falling out of the ring.
Oh, I saw that one.
Always wanted to do that to somebody.
I bet you will soon. Don't worry, I bet you will.
I feel
Did
like
Ron
I've
fight this guy?
seen someone get knocked out of the ring with one of your fights.
No, they fall down, but they never fall out.
You don't yell at him after?
Look how bummed he is about it. He's like, they never fall out.
Can you imagine like suplexing somebody over a cage?
Is it because Gen Z can't stay within the ring or some shit?
This is Musa Yamak right here. So he's 8-0.
He looks vicious as fuck.
He looks scary.
He died in the beginning of the 3rd round.
Is that his like pad size?
Oh, in the fight.
Did he just like faint?
During the fight, yeah. I don't know if you guys can see this.
Did he get knocked? Yeah, how did he die? Did he get hit? Did he just collapse?
Heart attack.
Like these fighters, if they do like hard water cuts, then they don't have that much fluid between their brain and their skull.
That's why I think you guys should do electrolyte.
I believe you yelled at me for that.
Oh yeah, because Ron is notorious for fucking the craziest water cuts.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron,
You're notorious for that?
I just got food poisoning.
Oh, you did?
Try this.
Oh man, I'm surprised you're here today.
I was puking till 5 in the morning, bro.
Ron will be like,
trooper, dog.
Ron fights like 135, and then like 2 weeks before, I'm like, how heavy are you? He's like 180 or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Let's not announce that to the world.
80, bro.
And you cut that mainly by just not drinking water?
Mostly water, yeah.
Holy shit.
Why?
What is it? You drink like gallons of water, right? Like,
A water load, yeah. 2 gallons a day.
What's the protocol? So if you're say you have to make weight on Friday, fights on Saturday, what's your water load?
Diarrhea on Sunday? Sunday.
People do that. That's actually an option.
Really?
Yeah, you can get a laxative and you
Just
just
get
freaking out of your
Drink a
butt.
bunch of
You
fit
lose like
tea.
freaking 10 pounds.
But then when it comes time to fight, don't you feel weak? Because I feel weak after I puke and piss all day.
there's an art to it. So, like,
So what do you do, and what's the right way to do it?
The standard practice is like 10%. Like if you fight at 135,
up to 15.
you shouldn't be higher than 10% of your weight class.
The dangerous part is the lighter of the weight class you are, the more dangerous it is because you're smaller. So 15% for a 200 pounder is different from a 15% for a 135 pounder.
It's all
right?
relative, yeah.
15% for someone's 200 pounds.
It's like 30 pounds.
He's got it.
Yeah, which is normal. Like Kamaru Usman cutting to 170. That's pretty normal.
But 30 pounds for a 135 pounder, right? It's much more drastic.
Yeah.
Dude, like 90
It's
pounds.
way harder.
Because nobody messes with percentage. Everybody talks about pounds.
Yeah.
So when you're supposed to cut weight for a fight, is there any rules where they're like, oh, you have to cut it like in this way and so that you don't die?
They start to do that now.
Yeah, there's a lot more science-based weight cutting now. Like we have like a lot of guys out there that are like more experts in it. You know.
What do you do though? What's your style?
I make sure I'm within 10% or 15% of my fight weight.
15 to 20.
I love that. It's supposed to be 10. You can push it up to like 15, they say. Like that's max. And that's a matter of just like if I want to enjoy life more. If I want to enjoy life less, I'll be 10% and I'll be shredded. Like my last fight, I was 15%. You could tell because on fight day, I looked like I had a dad bod. Like I had 0 abs. I was
Still knocked out.
yeah, you had that dad power.
I didn't look like
Still got him, Butterbean.
Got a championship
I
though.
looked more like a Fedor, Emelianenko, which is like he was not cut then.
Fedor?
Versus like.
I get nervous talking about this. Whereas in other fights, I was like shredded. I was like, ooh, I look like a fighter.
How do you feel? Do you feel different though between the 10% to the 15%? In performance, do you feel like?
No, I mean anybody that cuts weight, they're already gonna have a dip in performance, no matter what. If you wanted to see people perform at their best, they would abolish freaking weight cutting.
Yeah, for real.
Is in like all federations? Do they not allow you to do IVs afterwards?
Yeah, you're not supposed to, but everybody still does.
Oh, for sure.
So they could get vitamins?
Yeah, like after the weight
How
cut.
come they don't allow it?
Oh, because it's cheating, right? You're not supposed to cut that much weight. They don't want you to cut weight, but everybody cuts weight anyways, and then they don't want you to use the IVs, but there's actually no test for it, so everybody still does it.
You can go to your hotel room.
Yeah, everyone's trying to like get that edge.
Everybody's trying to get an edge.
But I think in California they do the hydration before.
Yeah, they do a check now.
Yeah.
But what happened is, so they make you cut weight, and then you can't gain more than 10% of your scheduled fight weight, or actually your weigh-in. Before the fight, so they weigh you in again. Now what people are doing now is they're cutting weight twice, which is even more dangerous. And the reason why you cut weight in the first place is so you fight people your own size, or you're bigger. But what happens if I don't cut weight? I end up fighting someone like Bart's size.
Yeah, the point is, it's like, let's say someone doesn't, he's actually closer to that weight, so he fights at 135, and then when he's in the ring, he might be 145. The guy that knows how to rehydrate might be 170, so during the fight, like, you're carrying the 170 guy, and it literally feels like you're fighting someone that's way bigger than your weight class.
Yeah, like the size difference is vast. It's
So
like,
the technique is a big issue, but if you have someone leaning on you, and you start getting a pump in your arms, then your arms aren't punching as fast.
He keeps grabbing Nick. Someone small like this, someone puny like this.
Yeah, someone real small and shit.
Twizzler.
Do a demo.
Maybe that's what happened here. So here's this video.
He's dehydrated.
This is the beginning of the third round.
He needs Pedialyte.
He needs electrolyte.
Electrolyte all day.
This one's electrolyte, fool. I stay lit, bro.
He's right here on this right side of the screen. They're about to start the third round.
do you have this in 4K?
Oh no.
He knocked himself out.
Oh wow.
Heart attack.
Sometimes
You called it,
that's-
bro.
A heart.
He died from a heart attack.
Oh my god.
So his heart wasn't like crazy.
That's crazy.
That could be a lot of things, right? Like,
Yeah, a lot of things.
If maybe like if he was on steroids and
Caffeine?
big water cut and
Pre-workout? Can you do pre-workout?
No, that's some crazy shit. I think it's
That's such a bad idea.
Does being on a heavy water cut like drastically increase the risk of heart?
I think it increases everything.
It is so bad for you.
you feel like, and Ron can attest to this, because you've had, how many weight cuts have you done in your life?
I probably
Over 30.
yeah. You know, I feel like I lose a year of my life every time I do a weight cut.
And every time you step on the scale to weigh in, you feel like you're on death's door. Like you feel like you're gonna fucking die.
So when they do the weigh-ins and then they're all acting tough, both of them are really tired.
They're faking
They're
it.
crying inside. Outside they're like, inside they're like,
It's poker face. Yeah, it's real poker. And they smell. It's poker
Yeah, you
face.
smell like shit.
And they smell.
You're
smells like
so dehydrated. If you shower, it'll reabsorb it. You know what I mean? So,
That's how dehydrated you are?
You're just like a sponge.
yeah. So I've cut for powerlifting before. Like one of my most stupidest cuts. I think I was trying to make 165 again, and then I was already like, I don't know, like 190 something. And it's to the point where like every 2 hours you're trying to pee. You're just trying to force liquids out, and you're like pushing as hard as you can. It's literally fucking like honey coming out. It's so condensed. And
like slow like molasses.
honey right there.
yeah, and you lick it and you go,
Extra sweet.
I want to put this on pancakes.
yeah, and then like
That's that Bart's beehive.
yeah, you'll like go, oh fuck, kind of smells. I've been cutting weight for 24 hours, right? You go take a shower and you come out and you're like 2 pounds heavier because your body literally
You're all
reabsorbs.
bloated. Yo. What'd you eat? I showered.
Yeah, and then your coach yell at you like, what the fuck are you doing?
Some dudes, when they have really hard weight cuts, they'll get a bag of ice and then just chew on it.
and spit it out.
Like just the outside bag of ice. like cloth.
With the condensation?
Just so they could just like feel a little bit of moisture in their
Sensation,
mouth. Like,
yeah.
You even spit in the bottle, and it's all foam because you're so dehydrated. But that foam is like a quarter of an ounce of a pound, and that's supposed to make a difference.
God, dude, I didn't know it was that crazy.
All the way into high school, so like when you're wrestling, right?
Oh, yeah.
You even have less science, less education. Still, it's so normal to see fools like shave their head on the day of the meet, shave every hair
Pubes.
on their body.
Yeah.
Yeah, like puke
For
whatever
pounds?
like that.
Just to shed weight, huh?
Yeah, just for that little edge.
Well, one time so when you're dehydrated, there's less water in your brain, so you're not as smart. Like you're like not operating.
Yeah,
at
your
all.
things don't
foggy.
fire.
You're foggy,
Yeah.
yeah.
Slower.
So I was freaking out. I weighed in right before weigh-ins. I was like, oh no, I'm under a pound. What do I do? I'm out. I try to pee, like drip, drip, drip. It's like a leaky faucet. I try to poop, nothing. Ugh. I'm like, I'm gonna. And then so free. I started gag. I shoved fingers down my throat. Whoa! I gotta make, dude. This is the life, right? I'm like, I gotta make weight. And then I go and weigh in, and then I'm under like 2 pounds.
Oh
shit! But what I didn't realize was I was actually on weight I was just like, for whatever reason, I thought I was underweight.
Was it your own scale that was fucked up, or?
No,
it was just your mind?
I stood on the scale and I was on weight, but in my mind, I processed that I was over.
Oh shit!
I was actually already under like 1.5 pounds.
So you did more.
I lost a half pound for nothing.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
and I thought back, I'm like, there's no way I freaking puked 2 pounds. And I was like, oh shoot, I was on weight. Fudge.
Ron, do you ever get really anxious and like have anxiety about making weight?
No, I already know it's gonna suck. The weight cutting, the two hardest parts about fighting are the weight cutting and waiting and getting locked in a room before your fight.
Oh.
Wait, what?
The back room.
It's like being stuck in prison. Like you have nowhere to go. Like you can't leave because you have a commissioner following you to make sure you don't take steroids.
But you also need your like your hype level to be here, right? But then you're also all by yourself. So you're like, ooh, what do I do?
Yeah, you know, so that's why the corners is more than the fight. Like you have to have a good relationship with your corners so you can like be sane, have fun, talk crap, have some conversations and whatnot. Otherwise, you just sit there and like do nothing. You're just like,
How
You're
long
already
is
tired.
that? How long is that period?
6 hours. Like,
6
They make you
hours?
check in like 6 hours before the show starts.
Especially if you're like the last fight, you have to.
Yeah, I'm always the last fight of the night, dude. And I'm just like,
Holy
fuck.
shit, I
It's
never
like,
knew that.
Hey, main event right here, player.
Main event Ron. Can't even eat like a pretzel or something.
Oh yeah, you can eat, but if you go pee, they follow you and they watch you pee. You know, to make sure you're not taking
How
stories
close
while
are they
you pee.
watching you?
They're pretty close. They're within touching distance. Yeah. I mean, sometimes they'll like put their arms around me like in a motorcycle to make sure. No, I was kidding.
Just over your shoulders, like, all right, so how you doing? How you feeling?
It's like,
Gotta pee over me.
it doesn't look like there's stories in that stream of urine. I think you're okay.
Damn.
Fudge, a heart attack? Ugh. There's so many, you know, people. There's a lot of drug testing now, and it's harder to pass drug tests, but people still take drugs. Like it's so bad for you.
Where was this fight at?
I
Yeah.
imagine it was regulated. It had to have been regulated.
Looks like a whole event.
Yeah, he is German. This is
I would
Europe.
assume it was a title fight, so it had to be somewhat.
Oh,
legitimate.
Turkey.
All right, so it's probably steroids. Then.
Heart attack? Most likely.
Yeah, most likely.